It's your girl T here, back with the TTime Tuesday vid. Yeah, I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is I am pure awareness. I am pure awareness. We're tea timers, so we're only pure awareness. We only focus on things that serve us. I had a subscriber question and I thought it would help everybody, so I'm going to answer it in a video. He said, is focus and attention or awareness enough to manifest what it is that we want, or do we have to have feeling and emotion behind affirmations to get what we want? Well, I'm going to pose that question out to you guys. Think back to when you've ever manifested something consciously and think about how much awareness you had on that thing. Was there awareness that it could fail? Probably a little bit, but was the majority of your attention on the fact that it was happening for you? I often lead back to an example of a famous person or somebody with a very etched out goal. Like, let's take Michael Jordan, for example. When he was becoming a basketball star, he got cut from his high school basketball team. And what did he do with that information? They said he wasn't going to be tall enough to play in the NBA. He went and practiced twice as hard every single day and revisited the team to tell them he was going to be the next huge success story of basketball. And they put him on the team eventually, and we obviously know the end of that story. He became if not the greatest basketball players of our time. Your reaction to the 3D and your focus and awareness of what you're going to do with what you receive from the 3D is what's going to shape your future. So when you receive news from the 3D, or you see things that are contrary to what it is you're manifesting, do you pop off the handle and say your manifestation's over, you're not going to get what you want? Or are you in an awareness that everything in the 3D is just proving to you that you do get what you want, that your attention and energy might have went to the right a little bit, so you just need to reshape it back to your original statement of who you are. You want to be so sure of who you are and what it is that you're here for that you are unmoved by the 3D. You are unbothered by the 3D. This is what is going to make or break 99.9% of everybody's manifestation that is watching this video right now. The majority of the questions I get asked are related to 3D and how it's showing up for you. And what does this mean? And what does that mean? And does it mean this if this happens? The 3D is a mirror of where your attention and awareness has been for the majority of what it is that you're manifesting or throughout your day. If you are saying an affirmation, but your awareness and attention is on the opposite of it, the opposite's going to win. It is, without fail, your focus, energy, and attention and awareness, the most important thing that you can learn how to control to get what it is that you want. It's like if you say, I am rich, but all day you're complaining to your besties and everyone around you who will listen how little money you have in your bank account. You can't afford to go out with them because you only have $2 in your bank, how you're never going to be able to afford such and such and such and such. You're now in a reality that mirrors your true focus, your true attention, your true energy, which is, I'm too poor to do anything. My bank account is reflecting how poor I am, and show me more of that subconscious, because your brain doesn't know whether what you're telling it is real or fake. It only knows through your reticular activation system what the majority of your mental game is spent focusing on. So if you focus on how poor you are, or the opposite of why is my manifestation taking so long? Why doesn't it work out for me? If that's where the majority of your attention's focused, you're going to get more of that. Why is my manifestation not working out? Why is it so hard for me? Why does Jane Doe over there get what they want, but I don't? It's going to show you more of that. It doesn't say, is Billy Joe showing me something that's true or false? It just says, okay, you're focused on that. I'll give you more of that. If you can decide who you are through, it doesn't matter, your I am statements, I am through just walking around talking to yourself, I am this person, why is this so easy for me? Why does things work out like such and such? If you have a clear and concise picture of who you are and what you expect to happen for you, and you can stay on that timeline, you're going to get what you want. The majority of us will declare who we are, be on that timeline, and then start doubting. Well, what if this happens? Well, how am I going to get this? Well, how is my SP going to text me? They haven't talked to me in a year. And then you go into those timelines. How is your SP going to text you? You haven't talked to them for a year. You need to learn how to focus your attention on the things that you want, the person you want to be. Stay in that person you want to be. Remind yourself through affirmations of who it is that you're declaring yourself to be. Remind yourself through affirmations of who you say you are, what you say you get, how your world looks for you, and it will happen. Anytime the 3D reflects otherwise, decide that just means you're getting what you want. That just means that things are working out for you. That just means that you always get what you want because you've declared who you are. This declares who you are as long as this doesn't get to you the way that y'all are letting it get to you. And in terms of when you affirm or visualize or what have you, and whether or not you need to do it with emotion or not, emotion helps you along the way. I found from my conscious manifestations that when I'm emotionally fueled by something, it gets my manifestations in quicker because it's like the icing on the cake. But now that I know how to focus my attention a lot better and I'm aware that everything in my life is perfect, I don't really need to emotionally charge my affirmations because I don't say affirmations as much because I'm in a timeline where everything around me is perfection and I am perfection. So I assume that things are going to come in for me in the perfect way. My biggest thing was not reacting to the 3D, staying in the knowing of me being perfection and everything around me is perfection. So I don't need to worry about things that were seemingly on fire in the 3D because that doesn't apply to me any longer. And learning how to control my thought process up here, like not thinking that every thought I think is me, letting my thoughts drain out of my mind when they don't serve me and just clicking onto thoughts that actually serve me has been a game changer for me. I used to think if I didn't say 1,000 affirmations a day, I wasn't going to get what I want. And then as you see in my older videos, I started saying lightly affirm when you feel inspired to do so, because as I evolved in my journey, I realized where I was focusing my attention was more on what I didn't have and how hard things were, as opposed to how easy things are and why I do get everything I want. And when I shift my focus, the thoughts that came from the altered timeline that I jumped into of things being easy and perfection were more aligned to my end result, and the emotions that came along with me being in a timeline of perfection were easy breezy. So I didn't react to the 3D as much, and the 3D didn't trigger me as much because my 3D would mirror back that things were working out for me. I didn't know how they worked out for me, but they always ended up working out for me. It's all in a whole circle. We declare things being hard. We declare things going wrong. We declare the what ifs. The 3D mirrors it. You start reacting to the 3D. You start thinking more thoughts from that perceived reality, and it keeps you in the manifestation loop of hell. If you can learn how to train your attention and awareness just on the things that you want and not letting the 3D get to you, but using it as information as to where you've been focusing your attention, and shift your focus back to who you've declared yourself to be and what you expect to show up for you, you're going to see such a flawless, easy transition through your reality, because things won't affect you outside of you anymore. You'll start feeling amazing. Things people say to you will bounce off of you like quarter off a duck's back, because you know so well who you are that what other people think of you is inconsequential, because you know it's just you against you. Do you get what I'm saying? And in terms of emotions are beautiful indications of where we might still have beliefs that aren't aligning to what it is that we want. Like if we're popping off the handle at something somebody says, we still believe that is true about ourselves. So you go back internal. If they say, you're the ugliest, most hideous person I've ever met, do you feel like you're the most ugly, hideous person that you've ever met? And if so, you need to start reminding yourself, I'm perfection. Everything about me is perfection. Everyone around me sees that perfection. I am great. Therefore, everybody around me is great. Therefore, things just have to be great around me. And once you start conditioning yourself in that way of consistently reminding yourself of who you are and what you expect, your world is going to get easier. Your emotions are going to get calmer, and you're going to be a walking a walking, what's the word I'm looking for? A walking sense of tranquility, so to speak. You'll be in peace all the time. People coming at you with ego won't affect you. You'll just be like, doesn't apply to me. Doesn't apply to my reality. I hope. And you'll look at people through a lens of love. You will look at them and go, are you okay? Are things going okay for you? I just wish you the best. I just wish you love. And when you are full of love and you're full of peace and you're full of just happiness, it's infectious. And people around you, if they started out with a bit of a bite, will soften up and start treating you better. I'm telling you, if you can train your focus and awareness to only be on things that align to the best version of you, the world around you will shift, your thoughts will start shifting, and you won't be as reactive because you won't be angry and victimized by your 3D reality. You'll use your 3D as a tool just like you would affirmations, visualization, or journaling. I know that's going to answer your question. I know that's going to bring some clarity for you. If you all have more questions, bring them to me. I love your questions. They're amazing. I also was thinking of starting a second YouTube channel to talk about nails and makeup, etc., because I get so many questions about them. Let me know if that interests you. I love y'all, but not as much as y'all should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.